Good day. It is October 19th, which happens to be my Jalapeno Honey's, aka my wife's, birthday. She was born over 20 years ago. Anyways, today we're going to do John 4, starting at verse 4, going through verse 6, and Proverbs 19. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. And begin John 4, starting in verse 4. Now he had to pass through Samaria. 5. So he came to a town of Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob had given his son Joseph. 6. Since Jacob's well was there, Jesus, weary from his journey, sat down by the well. It was about the 6th hour. Okay, John 4. Now he had to pass through Samaria. Jews made a habit of going around Samaria. It was a real long walk. Jesus went right through, because Jews and Samaritans did not get along at all. Verse 5. He came to a town of Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. This is the one that Abraham bought, gave it to his son Isaac, who gave it to Jacob, who gave it to Joseph. And verse 6. Since Jacob's well was there, Jesus, weary from his journey, sat down by the well. It was about the 6th hour. 6 hours, I think 6 hour for John, because they use two different time systems. There was the Roman and the Hebrew time system. The 6th hour, I think, would have been about noon. Proverbs 19. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and a fool at the same time. Honest poor is better than being a liar and a fool. 2. Also, the soul that be without knowledge is not good, and he that hastens with his feet sinneth. 3. The foolishness of a man perverteth his way, and his heart freteth against Yahweh. 4. Wealth addeth many friends, but as for the poor, his friend separateth himself from him. When you're wealthy, you got a lot of friends. When you're poor, they go away. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that breaketh forth lies shall not escape. 6. Many will entreat the favor of the liberal man. That's a generous man. And every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. A generous man is really quite popular. 7. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? 8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that breatheth out lies shall perish. 10. Luxury is not seemly for a fool, much less a servant to have rule over princes. Out of place. Doesn't belong. 11. The discretion of a man to be slow to anger, and his glory to pass over transgression. Yeah, be slow to anger. Don't take offense at every little thing. Find out if it's actually worth getting offended about, and even then, let it pass. When you do forgive like that, you are very loving. 12. The king's wrath is a roaring lion, with favors is dew upon the grass. 13. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are continual dropping. Yeah, drop. 14. House and riches are the inheritance of a father, and a prudent wife is from Yahweh. 13. Slothfulness casteth him into a deep sleep, and the idle soul shall suffer hunger. Yeah, you don't work, you don't eat. 16. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth his soul, but he that despiseth his way shall die. 17. He that is gracious unto the poor lendeth to Yahweh, and his good deed you will repay unto him. God will repay you back if you give with the right heart. 13. Chasten thy son for there is hope, but set not his heart on destruction. Correct your children before it's too late. but don't go overboard about it, where you go, just don't make it disproportionate. 19. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if thou interpose, thou wilt add thereto. Because you keep getting him out of things, it gets worse and worse and worse, till it finally comes to something he can't get out of. 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in the latter end. 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, but counsel of Yahweh that shall stand. 22. The lust of a man is a shame, and a poor man is better than a liar. 23. The fear of Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited but with evil. 24. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish, and will not so much bring it to his mouth. Got the food in his hand, will not. That's real lazy. 25. When thou smitest a scorner, the simple will be prudent, because they see what's happening. Go, I don't want that to happen to me. And when one has understanding is reproved, he will understand knowledge. 26. A son that dealeth shamefully and reproachfully will despoil his father and chase away his mother. 27. Cease, my son, to hear instruction that causes to err from the words of knowledge. 28. An ungodly witness mocketh at right, and the mouth of the wicked devoureth iniquity. And 29. Judgments prepare for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. Unbelievers and mockers will be punished. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, excuse me, if you'd like to be, if any comments, corrections, questions, or anything like that, reach me through 810-242-2997. Say 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.